Lange, and welcome to the show. Today I have two very exciting young women who are doing interesting things that we really wanted to bring to your attention because they're evolutionary, and both of them are right on time with all their ideas. Our first guest is Harriet Tubman Wright, who is an evolutionary entrepreneur, business coach, and speaker who empowers you to enrich your life. And with a mission to transform stress and struggle to freedom and fulfillment, Harriet engages business, professional groups with her signature talks and presentations on money mastery matters, stress release, and self-care and conscious living. The Wright Resort programs and services liberate individuals, businesses, and organizations to navigate these challenging times with a holistic systems approach to restore vision, balance, creativity, and focus for optimal health and wealth. So we'd like to welcome you, Harriet, to our program today.
Thank you. I'm pleased to be here.
I have personally experienced your wonderful seminars, and as you know, I gave you a letter that said you changed my life, and it's true. But first, let's talk about the actual journey of you to even begin this thing, to go out and become an entrepreneur.
I have to say, for over 30, 40 years of my life, I've always served people with the interest of helping them move from one place to the next, consciously changing their lives, enhancing their lives. And I've done that as an employee. In January of 2008, I decided I want to devote my life full time to my vision, which is the Wright Resort, a body, mind, spirit wellness center. And therefore, I retired from the city of Oakland to build my business, to serve others on a full-time basis, starting with live events that I call salons, body, mind, spirit workshops and retreats, focusing on stress release and self-care, focusing on your purpose, finding your purpose and developing your intentions, focusing on money mastery. Then I developed a coaching practice. I'm a money marketing and soul coach, and really work with women entrepreneurs and executives, helping them to prosper by sharing their gifts, their unique brilliance, to help evolve those that they serve and to make a difference in the world. I also do public speaking with business groups, business and professional groups, and with public agencies. And because self-care is a key principle of the Wright Resort, I often take groups to spas and retreats for pampering, for relaxation and renewal, because in times like this, we really have to take care of ourselves. Particularly as women, you know, oftentimes we put our own dreams or passions on the back burner while we're raising our family, while we're working, and then we come to a stage in life when we have to say, now me, and now what? And so I love the opportunity to really work with mature women in uncovering and rediscovering what is that gift? What is it here I'm to share? How can I make a more profound difference and contribution in the world?
Well, now, where did you get your first inspiration to do this? Did you read books? Did it come out of the blue, as some people do? They meditate and, oh, I've got it, you know. Where did it come from?
Well, Jerri, actually, as you know, I spent 5 years working and living in Africa, first in West Africa and later in Kenya for 3 years. And quite frankly, I was on the coast in Malindi. It's a coastal city in Kenya. And I began thinking about taking care and being taken care of. And that's the early inception of the Wright Resort. Because again, when we are serving and supporting others, when we can do that from a wellspring of vitality, wholeness, and vigor, then we're operating at an optimal basis and therefore able to serve and support people from that place of wholeness, not from burnout. And so again, the self-care, particularly for women, is so important. I think oftentimes we have to be reminded that self-care is not selfish.
Right.
That's why they say put on your mask before that of your children. So I really think that in order for us to step into our greatness, to step into our power, to be all that we are called to be, particularly in these times, we have to create balance for ourselves. So that means taking time out to be in nature, taking time out for a therapeutic massage, taking time out to recharge our batteries.
Well, you know, as they say, the universe couldn't have sent you at a better time. This country is hurting on all fronts, as we know. But the main thing, the key that you're giving out here, is that most people know the jobs that they lost are never coming back. And now they're trying to change the way people think. So don't always think of working for someone. Think of becoming an entrepreneur, because everybody has a talent. It's just that we've always thought, well, I'll take the safe way out. I want to, you know, this is good. I'll just go get a job and work. But to learn to work for yourself, that's a brand new conception. And they never had to do it before. But now, if the jobs are not coming back, they are being encouraged to go into the entrepreneurship thing. So how would you get someone started on that? Just changing their mind.
That's an interesting perception, because of course our public schools teach us don't always teach us critical thinking, and they're not entrepreneurial or financial literacy classes in school. Typically people are mentored by a business person and to develop their own businesses. And you're right, there's nothing safe and secure about a job. We're seeing that. And so I would encourage young people and adults to consider entrepreneurship, and that really means stepping up in a way that you will find yourself, first of all, working harder than you've ever worked before, because you are fulfilling a vision, a dream, to make a difference in other people's lives. And so there are a lot of, when I started, there was different technology, different terminology. It was a whole new world for me. And it took me a while to really refine what is the way that I want to really serve and support others, to uplift, to inspire, to empower them to enrich their lives. And so I had to seek out mentors. I had to have training. I've discovered that I'm a lifelong learner. And so what I would say is the most important thing is identify someone that you want to be like or you want to learn from, and make yourself an apprentice or a mentee to someone who is in business. Business is being done very differently. Lots of people work out of their homes. They don't necessarily have a storefront. We're engaged in services and products. And I think what is really important is that we're not in business to compete. That's an old model. How can you collaborate when you recognize that people have complementary services, complementary products, and what you offer customers and clients can be enriched when you come together, as opposed to feeling you're competing against someone. Cooperate and make it a win-win-win for everybody.
How long did it take you to get on your own feet after you went around and did the hit and misses that we all do, to really realize, you know, I can do this? How long did that take?
What I can say is that it's an ongoing process, because each time I step out or step forward, or any of us step out and step forward, new challenges and new opportunities are there. And so it may require that we've got to develop a different skill or call on someone to build a team. We work with what we call virtual assistants, people who might be in other parts of the world, but they are part of the team to support me in being able to do what I do. And so I think that it's really important to recognize, first of all, you can be an entrepreneur, but it's really important to develop a team, to have an advisory board, to have that mentor that you can call on, because every step along the way, you are going to encounter challenges and opportunities to stretch beyond your comfort zone, because ultimately you want to be the best that you can be with whatever you are offering.
Well, you know, the interesting thing about what you're talking about is it sounds difficult, and it is, but it's not. It keeps you from being stressed out, sitting down doing nothing and worrying about where your next job is coming from. And I think people don't realize that. Gee, she's out there working day and night, how many, 18 hours a day? Yes, but she's not stressed out like you are, sitting home, worried about where your next dollar is coming from. So actually, that kind of activity that you're talking about is helpful if you keep your rest and your body together and your diet, to have something to think about. You're meeting new people. All of these things keep you from being depressed and wondering what you're going to do the next day. Well, you don't have to wonder. I'm working on the trail. I'm going there, you know.
I think it's an opportunity to be proactive.
Yes,
and to
absolutely.
take charge of
Yes.
our own destiny.
Right.
We have the opportunity to co-create whatever it is we are choosing to do, and if we do that in collaboration with others of like mind and like heart, then we really have something very powerful and very empowering to offer. We don't have to choose to be victims. We can choose to be victors.
Absolutely.
We can transform tension to triumph and stress to serenity simply by choosing to do so.
That's true. Well, Harriet, as you can see, 15 minutes is not going to be a long time for us, but we're going to have you back, and we'll do the hour show with you. Half hour. Is it a half hour, I think, that we will be doing with you? And then you can go into one or more of the particular things that you, belief systems, and the other thing of how do you meditate? Some people don't know how to meditate. How do you keep from having stress? And what are some of the particular rules that you have to go by if you really are going to become an entrepreneur?
I would be happy to do that. And one of the things that I want to say again is that I'm really emphasizing health and wealth. So that means releasing stress and creating serenity. Another key program is transforming your relationship with money,
which we all need to do.
And so that's really something that I want to emphasize, whether it's through coaching or public speaking or live events. These are tools and resources to enrich our lives.
Well, you know, Harriet, I want to make sure that people are contacting you. We will have the contact information on the screen, but I want to make sure that I say it on the air. www.thewrightresort.com. And I'll repeat that again, www.thewrightresort.com. And I thank you so much for coming on the show, because I think America's at a time where they're almost down. They're not on both knees yet. They're on one knee, praying, I'm sure. But we need to step. We need to change. We need to make an about face and look at who we really are. You know, we're really scared of inner space. We can go all over the moon and the stars and all the other planets, but ask somebody to go to inner space and they start shaking. Well, we're going to have to go into inner space now. Face who you are, what you can do, what your attributes are, and you have certainly set up the program, which I have witnessed myself, that works. And that's what's good. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for the opportunity to share.
All right. And thank you for joining.